AI ChatGPT's voice app to just click it and go for a walk and talk and just talk about a topic to deepen your learning. And I'm a big fan of deep learning as opposed to surface learning and just learning basic topics. And I think most of the population are complete morons, to be frank. Makes me think of what George Carlin said, is think about how dumb the average person is and then realize that mathematically half of them are dumber than that. And that's a problem in society. And AI allows us to accelerate our intelligence. And I'm a very big proponent that if we do not use AI to deepen our intelligence in context and the nuances of matters, we're going to be completely useless and like non-player characters. I get very passionate about this. So I created a tool for you guys. This is inside the WhatsApp group. I'll post it back here. And this is a little guide that I created called Your Guide to Doing a Walk and Talk with ChatGPT. And this is really more than anything. Am I sharing my screen here? About deepening, like understanding how to ask really good questions. By the way, what I created here can be utilized with a mentor, but ChatGPT can be your mentor. So briefly, I'll scoot through this. Start with a curious mindset. Pick a topic you're curious about. It could be anything, right? And like, for instance, I use like example, what is Bitcoin, or how does the human brain create memory? Then come down here, build your mentor. Tell it you are an expert in all things Bitcoin. And although you are aware of the objections to it, you are very pro and specialize in making logical answers to critiques. So I'm telling it who it is and how I want it to respond. Then I'm going to start with open-ended questions, right? How does it work? Why do people see it as valuable? This is very basic stuff. But then I'm going to deepen these questions, such as I've already asked, why does it change so much? How does it prevent fraud? But that's where most people stop and they don't go deeper. So here's some more examples of ask what and how questions for broader context with examples in it. Ask why questions that can cover motivations and purpose. Ask for clarification with, can you explain more about this? So it can give you something and you can say, oh, I liked what you said about that. Explain more. Create hypothetical scenarios to explore this. What if this happened? What if that happened? Focus on follow-ups and keywords or phrasing. So I might say, look, you mentioned sustainable growth. Expand on that. Explore the consequences. What are the long-term implications? How might this have second order and third order effects? Turn questions back in personal level. Like, what does this mean to you? What does success look like with you on this project? How important is this to the outcome? And these are guidelines for you. If you're not asking the right questions, you're only going to get surface level answers. You can also ask no-oriented questions. Is it wrong to think of Bitcoin as a replacement for cash? Would it be inaccurate? When you ask questions, change the way you ask questions, you're going to change the answer it gives you. Then you can even come down here, explain it like I'm 5. All right, this was great. Now simplify this, explain it like I'm 5 years old, or ELI 5, it'll know what you're saying. The last couple things here, you can ask for a 360-degree view. You can ask technical questions, historical questions, ethical questions. You can ask for analogies when stuck. You can wrap up with a summary and actionable takeaway. And then one of my favorite things to do is to teach it your topic and ask it to grade your new understanding. Because they say when one person teaches, 2 people learn. So by saying, okay, I think I've got it. Now I'm going to explain what I think I know about this. Pretend you don't know about it. And when I'm done, tell me what's still unclear and confusing. And lastly, if you want a fun trick, have it like discuss economics while asking it to speak in a redneck accent or an English professor. Like, it will do this and you can have fun with it. The bottom line to this is it's a guidebook that you guys can utilize to ask deeper questions. I'm going to put it in the chat here. To ask deeper questions of ChatGPT. Quite literally, is one of my favorite things to do is a walk and talk and explore all different things I'm curious about. So you guys have access to this. FAFO with it. Learn something new, go deep, because otherwise we are going to become obsolete as a species.
Dum-dums. Yes. Yeah. And this is where, studying this, I was just thinking, Brad, like, you just helped me become a better interviewer on my podcast. And it's a better thinker. It's a better communicator, connector, whatever it is. Study the process here. And it's freaking brilliant, Brad. And then when you're doing this, because I'm like, okay, to even study this process, load what you just put here into ChatGPT and drill me on it. Walk me through the process so I can get better at asking questions. That's what I'm going to do.
Absolutely.
And it is more fun when you say explain something really, and this is not to demean anyone, but put it in a redneck accent. It's fun. Put it in any accent. Yeah,
that's so much fun.
Yeah, mess around with it.
Yeah.
Good time with it.
I love doing stuff like that. So